better way to make a Christmas video than repairing RV parts. What I'm going to do in this video is take a cord that was hardwired into the fifth wheel donor trailer that we have and convert it to a plug-in on the outside. Just something that to me is much easier to use, easier to store the cord, so figured that, you know, it's raining outside, it's in the middle of the winter, it's a couple days before Christmas, so we'll do a Christmas video of repairing RV parts. And since it's raining outside, we're in the middle of a record-breaking warm spell here in the Northeast, and so we're going to do this inside, where normally I would be outside or in my garage doing this, and the garage is pretty well filled with parts and pieces, and so it's just much easier to do it in here. Plus my wife is at work, so she don't know I'm doing this. When you pull these cords out, this is basically what they look like. They're hardwired into an electrical panel. What we're going to be using is a Marinco 30 amp. This is the waterproof cover, and this is the 30 amp plug-in. So the first thing you got to do with these, if nobody's ever taken one of these apart, you got to take the screws out. This particular tool is a lifesaver for me. I have severe arthritis in my hands, so this saves me a lot of twisting and turning that normally would hurt my hand. These long screws will inevitably fall out, so you might as well take them out now. And then that separates. That prepares that. So that the first thing that you really need to do is this waterproof cover has serrations onto it, so that you can cut it to the right diameter for your cord. This particular cord is going to take from the very first serration, so you can just trim that off. Then you can just feed your wires inside. By the way, if you're not comfortable with doing electrical work, you should really have this done by a qualified electrician or somebody that is familiar with doing RV wiring. RV wiring is very unique to the RV field, and many RVs have been destroyed by hooking up what they thought was a 220 outlet, and in reality it was 110. So the next thing you gotta, this also has a waterproof membrane in the back. Just push them in there. Push that right straight through. Then the next thing we'll be cutting these off so that we can fasten these in the back. And there's probably a formula for doing this. Kind of just cut them off a couple inches long. Obviously, probably better off long than short. special pair of pliers just made for wiring. Makes it real handy. Obviously you can cut short, but they also have holes into them so that you can strip wiring. These plug-ins, all the ones that I've ever done, are all color-coded. You can see the color-coded black, green, and the white. Or this is silver, but that means that the white goes in there. And you just push them right in. Alright, well that was a first. Apparently, whoever had put this together just put all the pieces in and didn't screw the screws into the little tabs that tighten up against the wires. They just put everything in. These screws are captive, so they can't fall out anyway. But when I went to retighten them, there was none of these were hooked up, so I had to take this all apart, put it back together. So now we're back to putting these wires back in. So like I was saying, white goes into white, and hopefully now it'll tighten up. Of course, I left all of my tools in the other room. Okay, now we're back. This really is not a difficult job to do. But it's one that I think makes things just so much easier. Much better. And the green goes into green. Just push right straight in. There's no push in until they stop. And the last one, black, goes into the black. And the same way the cover just slides up, can only go on one way. There's a little tab on here that lines up with the tab on there. And put these screws in that, I guess they always fall out. And why almost every plug-in I've ever seen has Phillips on the inside and flat on the outside. Not quite sure why that is. Just make it so much easier if they were all one or the other. Phillips would probably be the best. And these have a lock into them. If you can't pull the cord back out, that's why you have to make sure you don't cut those wires too long. Because you want to clamp down on this outside cover, not on the wires. And last but not least, pull this, push that down in there, and you're done. That's all there really is to it. Ready to be plugged in. This is one of the new styles where it has these locking tabs that when you push in and turn this pushes into the locking tabs. You turn this and it locks it. It's a quick lock, rather than the other style has threads onto it and you have to kind of finagle a little bit to get them tightened up. So that's it. All ready to hook up to any RV actually that has a 30 amp connection and an outside connection. So, from upstate New York, have a Merry Christmas and catch you next year. Oh, and by the way, I did pick up those pieces that were on the floor, and everything is going to be out of the door before my wife gets home. I just wanted to mention, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down. Just kind of makes things easier. If you like it, subscribe. Makes it easier for other people to find it on the YouTube world. And like I say, Merry Christmas and catch you next year.